皆さん、こんにちは。Dark Matto desu. Coming to you from the remote mountains of Japan, where I've been hiding, seeking refuge for the past year. I think it's finally time to tell you the truth about Project Uproot. I've been going to school here in Japan for the last year like a good little boy. I know I went out for some milk. I left you, and I'm sorry. I love you. But you know how Daddy likes the Japanese milk. And I abandoned you, and for that I'm sorry. But I'm here now. I'm here for you. We're finally together again. Let's make it count.
Guess you're ready, 'cause I'm waiting for you. It's gonna be so exciting. Got this feeling really deep in my soul. Let's get it, I wanna go. Come along, get it on. Gonna take my car, gonna sit in, gonna drive along till I get you. 'Cause I'm crazy, but you're ready. Yeah, you like it. I wanna race for you. Shall I go now? Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna step on the gas tonight and be a lover. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be so quick as a flash, and I'll be your hero. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna run as a flash tonight.
So a little later I want to talk about Matt and Ken Cannon's new scam, but first let's finally get into Project Uproot. Over a year ago I promised that I was going to make a review on Project Uproot, and then I decided to move to a new country, and I will be completely honest, I still haven't finished Project Uproot. And so my plan was to fully finish it and then make a review on it. But I don't know when that's going to happen, and I just wanted to put out a video. So this is going to be a tentative review until I finally completely finish it, and then I'll do another full review on it, probably. I'll start with the good. They have these things they call chorusing audio sessions that are kind of native audio that they've recorded. Ken Cannon's wife voice acts them, and you're basically shadowing the pitch accent of a phrase over and over again to kind of reinforce it in your head. I think these are a good idea, but I also have some points about them that I'll talk about later that are not so good. The other thing that I liked that they did was they had live sessions where they would do like pitch accent puzzles and kind of critique your pitch accent, which I think is, if you're paying a lot of money for a course like this, that's the kind of thing that you would expect, kind of live feedback and things like that. But unfortunately, I think if you sign up now, I don't think they're still doing these live sessions anymore. So, and actually, I don't even know 100% if you can sign up anymore for Project Uproot. I'm sure they're not going to say, no, we don't want to take your money. I don't know, maybe you can sign up, but I'm not sure about that. Now let's talk about the bad. So in these chorusing audio sessions, as I said earlier, they're voice acted by Ken Cannon's wife, who's native Japanese, and she has some training in like the correct Japanese pronunciation, things like that. It's some kind of like announcer school or something. Admittedly, she is good at what she does, but the problem that I have with it is, as a male speaker, I think that shadowing a female's accent and kind of pitch accent inflection, who has a higher voice than me, is maybe not the most optimal thing for my Japanese and for my, the outcome for my accent, which is the point of the course. And to be honest, it just feels kind of awkward shadowing someone with a higher pitch voice. And I would have preferred if they, if I'm spending $800 for this course, they could have hired a native Japanese dude to also, record these voice audio coursing sessions so that I would have the ability to choose who I want to shadow. Because, in Refold, Matt talks about this concept of the parent and shadowing one person a bunch so that you can kind of take on their accent. I don't think it's a good idea as a man, if you want to sound like a man, to constantly be shadowing a female's accent. So my other complaint was the Anki cards. So obviously, just shadowing a bunch of phrases isn't going to completely lock the pitch accent into your head. So what they did is they took a bunch of the most frequently used words, made Anki cards, and added the pitch accent on the back. The problem with this is that it's very, very tedious to go back and learn the pitch accent for every single word, like one by one. I think 90% of my Japanese pitch accent is correct just from doing tons and tons of listening immersion. So I think that going back and learning all of the words' pitch accents one by one is maybe not necessary. Maybe it would have been better to create cards for the most frequently mistaken words. Because if you look at it in terms of the Pareto principle, it feels like you're putting in 80% work to get a 20% result, as opposed to putting in 20% of the work to get a 80% result. And as far as the platinum tier goes, it was a complete waste of $300. It's just more live sessions, just more of the same stuff, so not worth it. Another thing I'd like to mention is that Matt preaches about not reading until you've mastered pitch accent, because he thinks that sub-vocalizing the words in your head reinforces bad pitch accent habits, which sure, that might be true, but I'd argue that not reading makes Japanese take so unnecessarily long that it would actually be better to read as soon as possible and then go back afterwards and fix your pitch accent. I think that would actually take less time than doing only listening immersion like anime and movies and stuff until you master pitch accent. Because as someone who actually did mostly listening immersion, I know Matt says that he did mostly reading immersion, but I did mostly listening immersion like anime, movies, things like that. And I'd say that it's probably 15 to 20% as effective as reading immersion. Listening immersion is very effective up until the point that you have the sounds of Japanese into your head. In the beginning, when you don't understand how to parse words, it's very, very high ROI to practice listening. But after the point where you can parse the words and you can reproduce the sounds of Japanese, I don't think that listening immersion is a very high ROI activity when it comes to learning new vocabulary words and things like that. Okay, so let's talk about Matt and Ken Cannon's new scam. The other day I got this email from them, and I'm just going to read it to you. So, it goes like this. Hey Yokai One, this is the last chance to get into the Fluency Incubator for a massive discount. It's the class where you can get constant, personal guidance from Matt and I, designed to replicate our success of mastering fluent Japanese in under 2 years. Guaranteed fluency. But I thought the last one was guaranteed fluency. To the point where you can live in Japan, make a ton of lifelong Japanese friends, and devour all the untranslated media that you want. A massive discount of $1,536. Very specific. Off. That's the discount. That's not how much it costs. That's the discount. Just because you are an Uproot student. How nice of them. Very kind. And finally, an unheard of 1-year guarantee, so that there's zero risk for you which is as it should be. And it has like a link. It says, yeah, hurry. This comes down at 11 a.m. They're creating like urgency. And signed by Ken. P.S. I'm sorry to be uncool about the deadline, but since we'll be starting the classes soon, there's not a lot we can do. Interesting. So I'm gonna click the link, and yeah, it just has a video sales letter type thing. Actually, a pretty well done, somewhat well done landing page here. But yeah, I guess the actual price is $119 a month. But billed annually, so of course. So it's not $120 a month. It's going to be like 1,000 something billed at once. What is this? There's two annual. Oh, you can get it monthly for $147 a month. Nice. 1 year guarantee. So what are they actually? And this is just for Uproot members. So and honestly, I doubt that they're sending this to anyone other than Uproot members. So I don't think you can actually get this if you're not an Uproot member. But they're just using that to make you feel like you're getting it half off. You're getting more value. They make you feel like you're getting a deal, basically. Which is that's what we do in marketing. But
where we hold your hand through the entire process live. That's what the Fluency Incubator is.
They hold your hand through the entire process live. I don't know, maybe I'm confused, but this sounds very similar to what they were promising in Project Uproot. And the other thing is, and Matt's even talked about this himself, like, what is fluency? I think fluency is a bad term, and I don't think we should use it anymore. I think we should just throw it out, because to someone who doesn't speak Japanese, I'm fluent. It's not a word that's based in anything. And maybe that's why they're saying it, because you can't prove that you're not fluent. So like, if you took this course and then you were like, oh, I want my money back after 2 years because you promised I'd be fluent and I'm not, they'd be like, oh, well, tough luck. You are fluent. I think you're fluent. There's no way to guarantee that. And also, it's interesting that their guarantee, so they have a 1 year guarantee, but they're promising 2 years to fluent. That seems important to me, because after 1 year, if you say, well, I'm not fluent yet, are they going to say, well, it hasn't been 2 years, you haven't applied yourself to the program? I mean, that's just conjecture on my part. They may actually give you your money back. I don't know. But yeah, that's Matt and Ken's latest scam, and take with that what you will. Until next time, stay cool. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? And also, don't forget to subscribe. And I'm actually gonna make more videos now that I'm settled in Japan. I promise. And I'm not gonna let you guys down. I promise I'm not gonna let you guys down again. I know I've been a deadbeat. That's why I'm wearing this. And this bathrobe. But no, seriously, I'm gonna make more videos. And so like the video, share it with people who you think would benefit from being warned about Matt and Ken's solicitous behavior. So I don't know if that's the right word, but anyway, I'm reading English. Yep, like and subscribe. Thank you.